Here's the next myth. As a grappler, I hate it. But just because I hate it doesn't make it any less true. If I'm rolling around on the ground with my opponent and he's got buddies, it instantly doesn't matter how beautiful of an arm lock or a shoulder lock or a choke I have him in. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I break his arm into 1,000,000 pieces. Doesn't matter. The reason why it doesn't matter is because his buddies are going to run over and they're going to start stomping me in the skull. And what's going to happen is my brain and my skull is going to turn into a pink jelly on the mat, on the sidewalk there. The other problem with grappling is that, especially if it's a bigger guy or a little guy, it doesn't really matter. When you grapple with somebody, you grab a hold of them, right? You grab a hold of them with the hands, with the arms, maybe the legs, depending on your style. This is all this meat that's encircling your opponent. There's a new knife, or a newer knife, that's come out, and they call it the clinch pick. And it's basically based on the old-fashioned idea. And the clinch pick is it's a smaller knife, and it's designed for one thing and one thing only. You have that near your belt buckle, so when someone grabs a hold of you, you start stabbing the crap out of them. Okay? Instantly, grappling doesn't matter. Because when they start grabbing you, you just start stabbing. You're open to a knife attack. That's something that you need to consider. I am not saying that a person shouldn't study unarmed arts. And I'm not even going to say that you shouldn't study grappling arts. I think it's an important thing. I think it's an important tool. I think it's something that you should have in your background. You should know how to wrestle if you need to. You should know how to grapple if you need to. You should know how to throw a punch. You should know how to do all the martial arts things. But more than that, unarmed arts prepare you for armed arts. If you're going to study self-defense, I would say start with a unarmed martial art, then progress to weapons that you commonly see on the street in our era, which would be knives, sticks, guns. That's what I would do. I can sit here and I can show you all sorts of sword techniques. I can show you the swords that I have. I can show you all sorts of things. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes down to it, if I have to defend my home and my family, the tool that I'll use to do it first is gun. The second thing that I'll use is a knife. That's what I use. Everything else is secondary or below. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your time. Defend your homes wisely.